You're 40 minutes into a movie you already know is bad. You're not enjoying it, and yet you stay and watch the whole thing. Why? Not because it got better, because you'd already spent 40 minutes, and quitting now would make those minutes feel wasted. That single instinct is one of the most expensive glitches in the human mind. It's called the sunk cost fallacy. And once you see it, you'll notice it everywhere. Your job, your relationships, your money, the life you're too afraid to walk away from. A sunk cost is anything you've already spent and can never get back. Time, money, effort, emotion. It's gone. The fallacy is letting those unrecoverable costs drive decisions about the future when logically they shouldn't matter at all. The only rational question in any decision is, from right now going forward, is this worth it? What you already spent isn't part of that math, but your brain refuses to treat it that way. To your brain, walking away feels like admitting the past was a mistake, and admitting a mistake hurts more than almost anything. Psychologists Hal Arks and Catherine Bloomer ran a classic study. Imagine you've bought a ski trip to Michigan for $100 and a better trip to Wisconsin, one you'd enjoy more, for $50. Both are the same weekend, both non-refundable, and you can only go on one. Logically, you pick the trip you'll enjoy more, but over half the people chose Michigan simply because it cost more. They'd rather have a worse weekend than waste the bigger number. That's the fallacy in its purest form, choosing more misery to protect a cost that's already gone either way. First, loss aversion. The pain of losing is about twice as powerful as the pleasure of gaining. So, wasting what we spent registers as a sharp loss, and the brain will do almost anything to avoid feeling it, even if avoiding it costs us more. Second, the need to stay consistent. Backing out of something we committed to feels like contradicting ourselves, like admitting the earlier version of us got it wrong. So, we double down to protect our story about who we are. Third, our discomfort with waste itself. We're taught from childhood not to waste. Finish your plate, don't throw things away. Usually healthy. But the brain over-applies it, avoiding a wasted feeling even when cutting the loss is clearly wiser. Money is obvious. People hold a sinking stock because they've already lost too much to sell now, as if the market cares what they paid. But the deeper damage is where we don't call it a cost. Careers. I've spent 8 years becoming a lawyer. I can't switch now. Those 8 years are gone whether you stay or leave. The only question is whether the next 8 are worth spending the same way. Relationships. We've been together 5 years. I can't throw that away. But you can't get those years back by staying a 6th unhappy one. Staying longer doesn't redeem the time. It just adds to it. Here's the move that breaks the spell. Whenever you catch yourself justifying something with the past, but I already spent so much on this, stop and ask one question. If I were starting fresh today, with none of this already spent, would I choose to begin this again? If the answer is no, you're not protecting an investment. You're just paying more to avoid admitting it's over. The moment you accept the past is gone, no matter what you do, you stop letting it steer. And you decide based purely on the future you actually want. The reason this is so hard isn't logic. Quitting forces us to feel the loss we've been running from, to grieve the time, the money, the effort, and let it be gone. Staying postpones that grief. It lets us pretend the investment is still working, that we didn't get it wrong. But postponing a loss doesn't shrink it, it grows it. The people who make hard changes look easy aren't braver than you. They've just learned to feel the loss quickly and move instead of dragging it out for years. Cutting a loss isn't giving up. Often it's the most honest thing you can do. So here's what I'll leave you with. Somewhere in your life right now, there's probably one thing you're holding on to, mostly because of what you've already put in. You don't have to decide anything today. Just try the question. If I were starting fresh, would I choose this again? Because the past is already spent, every bit of it, no matter what you do next. The only thing you get to decide is what you do with what's left. If this hits somewhere real, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.